All right, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of adding and subtracting rational expressions, and we're going to start off where we got monomials in the denominator. So here we've got two rational expressions we're looking to add together. We got 4 over 5a cubed b squared plus 9c over 10ab. And so what we got to first think about is what is the least common denominator? Well, we got an a cubed, and I got a b squared, and I got an ab. So part of that is going to be a cubed b squared. And then we got 5 and 10. So 5 is 5 times 1, 10 is 5 times 2. And so 5 times 2 is my least common multiple, so it's 10 a cubed b squared. Now I've got to think about each rational expression and what is it going to take to get both of these denominators to 10a cubed b squared. Well, when I look at this expression on the right, if I multiply 5a cubed b squared by 2, I'm going to get 10a cubed b squared. But I can't multiply it just by 2 because I got the numerator. But what I can do is I can take 2 over 2 times 4 over 5a cubed b squared. All right, now what about on the right side? What is it going to take to get that denominator 10ab to equal 10a cubed b squared? So let's see, we got 9c over 10ab. Well, a squared times a squared b would get me there, right? So if I multiply again a squared b over a squared b, well, that really reduces just to 1, just like 2 over 2 reduces to 1. So it's the same thing. So now let's distribute here what we've got. So I've got 2 times 4, numerator times numerator. I'm multiplying two fractions. 2 times 4 is 8 over 2 times 5 is 10 a cubed b squared. That's my least common denominator. Plus, and let's see, we got 9c times a squared b. So that could be 9a squared bc. Keeping my variables in alphabetical order. Don't have to do it that way, but it makes it simpler. And then I got 10 ab times a squared. It's going to give me a cubed b squared. A times a squared is going to give me a cubed. Remember, I'm multiplying exponentials. I'm adding the exponents, and b times b is b squared. All right, well, I got everything to a common denominator, and we can just simply finish this thing off, and it is going to be 8 plus 9a squared bc over 10a cubed b squared. What's the least common denominator? What do I have to do to raise each denominator to where it's going to equal the least common denominator? Using the distribution property and the properties of multiplying rational expressions, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Once I get everything to a common denominator, I can just simply add them together. And that's it. All right. We'll take a look at one more. All right, well, this time I've got 3a squared over 16b squared minus 8x over 5a cubed b. Okay, I want to think about what's my common denominator, my least common denominator. I'm going to look at my variables first. I got an a cubed and a b squared, so I got a cubed, b squared. All right. And let's see, 16 and 5. 5 times 1, 4 times 4, 8 times 2. Well, I think it's just going to be 16 times 5, unfortunately. And 16 times 5, let's see, 5 times 6 is 30. Got 0, carry 3. 5 times 1 is 5. Add 3, and it's 80 a cubed b squared. Now, on the left side, this 16b squared, what have I got to do to get it to 80 a cubed b squared? Well, I'm going to have to multiply that by 5 a cubed. So I've got 5a cubed over 5a cubed. That's just 1. I'm going to multiply it times 3a squared over 16b squared. I'm going to put those in parentheses, keep my act together. Then we're going to have some subtraction, and I've got 8x over 5a cubed b. Now, what am I going to have to do to get this 5a cubed b to equal 80a cubed b squared? Well, I believe I'm going to have to multiply it by 16. A cubes are okay. 16b over 16b. All right, let's start over here on the left. Numerator times numerator. 5a cubed times 3a squared is 15a to the 5th over, well, 5 times 16 is 80. And I got a cubed b squared minus, and again, numerator times numerator, so I got 8 times 16b, 8x times 16b. Let's see, 8 times 16, what does that equal? 128. So I got 128 bx in the numerator. And let's see, what about the denominator? I got 5 times 16, we already know that's 80. And then I got a cubed b squared. All right, so I do have the same denominator, 80 a cubed b squared. And now I can just simply perform this subtraction, and this is going to equal 15a to the 5th minus 128 bx over 80 a cubed b squared. B squared. Do you want to be squared? I don't know if you do or not. All right. You can handle this. Don't get too confused. Take it one step at a time. Get your least common denominator. Find out what's missing on each side. Multiply that where it's in the form of 1. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Get the common denominator, perform the mathematical operation.